Hey everyone, welcome back to Xaynew Stories. This is Off My Chest Sundays.
Story number 1, posted in Off My Chest. Cooking isn't a girlfriend requirement, it's an adult skill. If you can't feed yourself, that's a skill issue. User Unhappy Zoo writes, one of my biggest turn-off with men is when they ask a woman, so can you cook? And not in a fun, curious way, more like it's some kind of requirement or expectation. For me, cooking is not a gender thing. It's an adult thing. At some point in your life, you're going to be alone with a fridge and a pantry and a body that needs to be fed. The real question isn't, can you cook like my mom? It's, can you feed yourself without relying on Uber Eats? What really gets me is when a man says something like, yeah, but you don't cook like my mother. Or, I like the food prepared in a certain way. Okay, then you should know how to make it yourself. If you have a strong preference, that usually means you've learned how it's done, or at least tried to. Expecting someone else to replicate your mom's cooking while contribute nothing in the kitchen feels wild to me. I'm not saying everyone needs to be a chef. I'm saying an adult should be able to take basic ingredients such as vegetable, rice, pasta, spices, and make something decent enough to survive. Depending entirely on takeout as a lifestyle, that's not quirky, that's a red flag for me. Curious to know if others feel the same. Personally, OP, for me as an adult, you should be able to cook. Not because it's a gender type of thing, but really it's more of a survival thing. It also makes you more accountable on the things that you eat, especially when you're trying to be healthy. Story number 2, posted in True Off My Chest. My son passed away as a hero and I'm so freaking proud of him. User Fishing Economy 1270 writes, my son passed away back in July and today is his 16th birthday and I'm so freaking proud of him. And I love him and I miss him so freaking much. We were out with my best friend's family and we were at the beach. All the kids were playing and swimming and me and him were drinking beer. Then a big wave came in and swept multiple kids away, including my friend's 8-year-old daughter. The lifeguards were overwhelmed because it was a huge wave and multiple people were swept away. And without hesitation, my son went in after her and he managed to get her out, but he got stuck underwater instead. Multiple people, including me, went after him, but we didn't find him until minutes later, which felt like an eternity. And he unfortunately passed away on the way to the hospital. He died a hero, and I couldn't be any more proud of him. I was always proud of him and I love him so much. He was always my boy, my pride and joy. Our entire community celebrated him like he was a hero. My best friend keeps thanking me every single day. It freaking hurts that he's not here anymore, and I miss him every single day. But how he just sacrificed himself like that selflessly makes it easier to handle. I and my whole family are in family therapy and grief counseling, and we still have a long way to go, but his first heavenly birthday is hitting me harder than I expected. It's so hard, and I haven't been able to stop crying about it. My therapist suggested talking about him to others, which is why I'm writing this one here. I'm so sorry, OP. Losing a loved one really just absolutely destroys you. It's gonna be a long recovery, OP, but I hope you still find solace in the fact that he passed away as a hero. Story number 3, posted in True Off My Chest. I snapped and called out my friend's husband for trashing on her love of spicy books in front of everyone, and now the group chat is blowing me up. User Best Pirate 5073 writes, I have a close friend group that's been tight since college. One of the couples is Jake and Emily. Emily's always been the reader in the group and she got me into some fantasy series years ago. But the last couple of years, she's gone deep into romance fantasy like Butcher and Blackbird, Haunting Adeline, The Ritual, God of Malice, All the Dark, and Steamy Ones. She talks about them the way some people talk about sports or video games, excited, analyzing the characters, and laughing at the banter. It's clearly her happy place. I've seen how much lighter she is when she's in the middle of one of those books. Her husband Jake has never been into reading, which is fine, but he's gotten increasingly rude about her choices. He'll make these snide comments like, still reading your trashy novels, or can't believe you're wasting time on that garbage when there's real literature out there. She usually just laughs it off or changes the subject, but you can see her shrink a little each time. Last Saturday, we were all at the backyard hanging out, maybe 8 or 10 of us, just grilling, drinking beers, and listening to music. Emily was telling me and another friend about a scene in one of her books. Jake overhears this conversation, rolls his eyes, and goes loud enough for everyone to hear, Yeah, she's obsessed with that smutty fantasy crap. It's basically just erotica for women who can't get it in real life. Then he laughs like it's the funniest thing. The vibe went completely silent. Emily went quiet, stared at her drink. A couple people gave awkward chuckles, but I was pissed. I set my beer down and said straight up, "Dude, why do you feel the need to humiliate your wife in front of her friends for something that makes her happy? She's not hurting anyone, she's reading books. If you don't like them, cool, but trashing her every time she mentions them is insecure as hell. Knock it off." Jake got defensive fast. "Whoa, relax man, it was a joke." But his face was red. Emily looked at me with this mix of surprise and gratitude, then quietly said, "Thanks." The rest of the night was awkward as heck. Jake barely talked to anyone, and we all left earlier than usual. Since the group chat has been a mess, two of the guys are saying I overstepped and should have talked to him privately. Or it's their marriage, not your business. One girl said she thought Jake was being rude and appreciated me saying something. Emily texted me separately to say it meant a lot because he's been dismissive of her hobbies for a while and she feels like she has to hide what she enjoys. Jake hasn't said anything to me directly yet. I don't regret it. Watching him belittle her like that, especially when she's finally found something that lights her up, felt wrong. But now I'm wondering if I just made things worse for her at home, or if I turned a small thing into a big group drama. Just had to get this off my chest. Felt good to say it loud in the moment, but the fallout sucks. Anyone else ever had to call out a friend's partner like that? You did the right thing, OP. I feel like there's a lot of abuse in this relationship, and the husband is hiding a lot of insecurities, not letting her wife enjoy those kinds of things.
If you enjoyed these stories, like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. This is Xaynew Stories, and I'll see you on the next one.